Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is June 21st, 2025, and here are the top cryptocurrency news stories. We start today's episode with the Arizona presidency, which appears to be reconsidering its Bitcoin reserve. Specifically, there's a Senate bill that was initially defeated in the Senate on third reading on May 7th, but is now back on the floor for reconsideration. The Senate voted in favor of it by a vote of 16 to 14, so Arizona may have its own Bitcoin reserve. Moving on, we move to our ETF section and look at the increased chances that ETFs will be approved. According to analysts Eric and James, who are known in the industry for their ETF predictions, they have revised their predictions. We have a group of various cryptocurrencies, Litecoin, Solana, and the XRP ETF, with a 95% chance of approval by 2025. All of these are expected to happen before October 2025. Meanwhile, ETFs for Dogecoin, Cardano, Polkadot, HBAR, and Avalanche have a 90% chance of approval by 2025, according to these analysts. And all of this between October and December 2025. The SEI and TRONE ETFs have the lowest chances, as they are also the newest. So these are the latest developments in ETFs. Moving on to the exchanges, we turn to Coinbase, which quickly received a license in Europe, and has also designated Luxembourg as its base. From our exchange news, we move on to one company, Semler Scientific. Its vision is to become the second largest Bitcoin strategic holder. Specifically, this company wants to acquire a total of up to 105,000 Bitcoins by 2027, with the goal, as I said, of becoming the second largest strategy. So good luck, and there won't be any Bitcoin left for the rest of us if they buy them all. Moving on to our coin news, we turn to one of the most well-known DEXs on Solana, Jupiter. According to Jupiter's CEO, they're delaying Jupiter's DAO until 2026. The main reason is that Jupiter still has a lot of growth ahead of it. For that growth to happen quickly, it needs to be centralized so that decisions can be made as quickly as possible. When Jupiter gets to the point where it needs to be, a DAO will be launched. According to the CEO, it won't divide the community, but rather unite it. Finally, we move on to a US state, Wyoming. As we know from Crypto News, Wyoming wants its own stablecoin. It has announced 11 finalists who could potentially issue this stablecoin. These finalists are Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Ethereum, Polygon, Optimism, Shardium, Stellar, Solana, and SUI. And out of those 11 finalists, we learned that he has only selected 2. The first is SEI, which is up 15% after the Wyoming Stablecoin Commission selected it, along with Aptos, to host WYST, the state's first fiat-backed stablecoin. Let me tell you at this point that SEI is up 25% on the 7-day chart since this news, and Aptos hasn't moved at all. Moving on, we'll now move to the cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin currently sitting at $103,000. Yesterday, Bitcoin managed to reach $106,000, but immediately fell back to $103,000. What happened is that whales tried to push the price up, and there's this whale here who put $255 million with 20 times leverage long Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at $104,000, while another phalanx put $241 million with 20 times leverage into Bitcoin, again when the price was at $104,000. As a result, they raised Bitcoin to $160,000. But here's the cryptocurrency market, so Bitcoin quickly fell to $103,000 with liquidations of over $450 million. As far as I know, these two users didn't liquidate, but they certainly didn't have their best moments. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is June 21st, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.